Hello y'all, welcome to part 7 of my Socialist Republic of Italy Mussolini path playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4 mod Kaiserredux. In part 6 we built up the country and that's kind of it. I mean, the army was expanded in size 2, so there is that. And we have some free dockyards, 7 I think, yes. Put 2 on convoys, there we are. Well, 3, that should be good too. And let's start making some light ships of some kind. Let's just make these Pisa class vessels. And that's like 594 production or something. Put 4 dockyards there. There we go. Can I deploy any more air wings, please? More planes, I mean. Let's do that now. Deploy these close air support aircraft. That's 1 close air support air wing there. And here's a second one. And that should really help out our close air support capabilities if we fight any enemies in the near future. And by enemies in the near future, I mean Austrians, because they have Venice, and I want Venice so badly. We need to control the Po Valley if we get into a conflict with them. But yeah, Austria has Venice, we want Venice. Well, Venetia. And they also have, say, they have Trentino, they have Southern Tyrol, they have all these places in Slovenia that I think Italy, well, the Italian national social state, has a historical claim to. Maybe, perhaps. And we can modify our officer corps right now, so let me do that. Let me go with, say, Navy Command Focus. Let's grab Decisive Battle, since we have quite the Navy as the Italian, well, as the SRI. And so let me add this army here. Let me change my my front line on the border we have with the Austrian Empire. So bring up the 2nd Army, please. There we are. They're going to move to the front, and let's have Army 3 also join Army Group 1. And let's deploy any further divisions we make in this province here in Modena, instead of deploying in Abruzzo as they were before. So now they'll be closer to the front line in case anything goes down. And we need 50% world tension to justify on the Austrian Empire, but we're just not getting it. We just can't get there. It's at 39% right now. Stop being so peaceful. Can the world just go into chaos? Please. Just have a world war already. Well, not one that would involve us too much, but please, world tension, go up. Stop being peaceful and serene. I need war. I need death. I need dying. I need death in general. Just chaos, bloodshed. Improved artillery upgrade is done. Spark is released. That is a film about the Roman slave rebellion leader. And let's get this research done here. And let's start doing... Let me start researching this. Actually, yeah, let's get it. Medium bombers, tactical bomber 1, essentially the Fiat BR-20. That's going to be done now. Expanding universities will be completed in a little bit. That will be in a few days, and once it's done, we'll get a research slot, and those are always useful to have around in Hearts of Iron 4, because more research slots means you can just research more things, obviously. And after that, I don't know what to do. We could do synthetic research in the fall of the Rashidi Emirate. That has occurred. What do I do? Let me look around here. I may do this over here in the military part, well, in the army part of the focus tree, just to get a buff on producing, well, make it easier to produce infantry equipment. And the earlier we get that national spirit, the better, honestly. So let's do that now, soon. Come on, get there. Let's do it now. Good. And it says here in the focus description, if we read this, a soldier without a rifle is no soldier at all. Our men must never be without the small arms they need to protect themselves and our great republic. And yeah, it's going to give us a national spirit called Small Arms Industry, which will make it, well, just easier to produce infantry equipment. Now Canada's going to fight the West Indies Union, because I think they went syndicalist or socialist or something. Whatever. And here's some new divisions for Army 3. Good. We're well past, I think, 50 divisions now, for our army. And now in the research tree, let's get Excavation 3, as well as the 2nd Melbourne Uprising occurs. Let's go for, say, what can I get here? Get Field Hospital Research now. Good. Terrific. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm actually going to use field hospitals, but I want to have it anyway. Just in case. Got to be careful. And we can modify the Officer Corps once more. Let's go with, I don't know, Smoke and Fire sounds good, since it's going to make Suppressive Barrage the preferred tactic or something, and it will boost our breakthrough overall, so that seems nice to have. Now Delhi's going to fight Hyderabad. That is the renamed Princely Federation in the Indian subcontinent. They're over here and they're really getting beat down hard by the Bharatiya Commune. So now they got to deal with Delhi and the Entente. So that's going to be fun for them, no doubt. Just painful all around, just pain for them in general. And small arms industry will be done in like, say, 19 more days. After that, we'll do maybe whatever can give us perhaps military research focus, the advanced military research thing. I don't know though. Or maybe no, officer training. Whatever can give us national spirit. So I may just do officer training since it will lead to central logistics and the Fronte Militaro Clandestino, the clandestine military front or something maybe. And this will, both of these will provide national spirits that will give us buffs. So I may just do that focus order soon. And here's a new division. Good. That's 6 divisions now for Army 3. We're just building up that army bit by bit. And we have 7 divisions in the training queue. Should I up that at all? Yes, let's up that to say 12. Do that. And we have 1 million manpower, so we're doing fine in terms of manpower overall. And there's so many divisions on the Franco-German border, or the Reichspakt Third International border at this point. What can I do? Let me expand my arms industry. Well, going to decisions. Let me expand my arms industry in Apulia just to get some more military factories for the Italian National Socialist State. And let's just look at the faction map here. So the faction map mode, we can see just how big the Third International is and how big the Reichspakt is. Poor Belarus, they're just stuck where they are. I mean, they're just geographically cut off from everyone else, which is going to create problems if we get into a big war, I imagine, with the Germans. And now let's get officer training researched, get that done, and carrier operations, unlock that now for our Navy. And officer training says our officers must be made thoroughly familiar with our new centralized command structure, and if need be, retrained. And from this, we'll get 25 Army experience. So it's not the best focus overall in terms of buffs, but it does lead into those focuses I talked about earlier. And here's 2 new divisions for Army 3, so add them there. Good. And it is currently August 1939. I'm expecting the Second Weltkrieg to break out at any time, and that is this world's World War II essentially. It's when France is going to give the Germans an ultimatum, I think, regarding Alsace-Lorraine, and it's not going to go over well, and so we're going to have to fight the Germans and maybe fight the Austrians if they choose to intervene. If they don't intervene, I'm just going to take on the Austrians alone as the Mussolini's SRI. And let me deploy more air wings, get that done now. So where's the air base? Where is it at? Oh, it's right here near Milan. Okay, deploy them in Lombardy. Can I have 100 fighters? There we go. And 100 close air support once more. And let me just go ahead and concentrate all of our Air Force on the land in the Po Valley, so we will be ready whenever a war breaks out potentially. So is that it? 600 planes? Do I gotta move any around? No, we're good. I guess that one air base in Lombardy is just so massive we can store everything we have thus far. And the East Turkestan just defeated the Xinjiang clique over in western China. So good for them, I guess. Now we can modify the government in some way. Or no, let's modify, get a weapons manufacturer. Let's go with Breda or Bianchi. Who has, actually no, yeah, let's go with Breda, since that'll provide us with, well, it will give our infantry equipment better soft and hard attack and the restoration of the Rashidi Emirate. Didn't they just collapse? What happened to them? They just collapsed, now they're back. Huh. Whatever, let me add Army 3 to the, let me fix this offensive line here. Just draw this up, and there we go. And let's create an offensive line into Austria, just in case, just so we can be ready and we have everything planned out for a potential conflict with the Austrians and their faction, the Donau-Adria-Bund, it includes the Austrian Empire, their subjects, which are Bohemia, Hungary, Galicia, Lodomeria, and Albania, they're just part of the faction for some reason. I don't know why they're helping out the Austrians, they just are. And now in the focus tree, let's do central logistics to get that national spirit buff. And it says here, centralized systems of distribution are inherently more efficient by eliminating wasteful logistical systems developed to support the disorganized Red Guards and expanding those that are most effective. We can both save money and ensure that our soldiers are better supplied. And from this, we'll get the National Spirit Red Army Central Logistics, which will cause us to use less supplies constantly. So that's going to be useful, obviously. Cause supplies are a big deal. And we need these divisions to be deployed soon. Honestly, I need more divisions for Army 3 just to give us an edge in Venice if we go into a war. Just need them now. Let me put more divisions on the line here, just so we can have them ready to go. And 16 divisions are now in the training queue, well, in the recruitment and deploy queue for us. So that's going to really build up our army rapidly. And that should. How many divisions does Austria have? I wonder. They have 49 to 125. Oh goodness, that's pretty large. I mean, that's not a solid estimate. I'm going to presume based on that. And there's Alsace ultimatum, and so a war should break out soon. There we go, to Communist France versus the German Empire. Let's go. Oh boy. And so does Austria intervene? I don't know if they're going to do it. They may try to intervene. They could potentially attack Switzerland. I don't know if they're going to do it. And they do. Austria intervenes in the Second Weltkrieg. I might as well read this. Austria and its empire fight the French once more as the Austro-Hungarian Empire declares war on the Communist France to stop syndicalist forces in Europe. Only time will tell if this will be of any help on their own, or if Austria will have to be bailed out by Germany, just as in the First Weltkrieg. Whatever the case may be, it is not a good sign for socialist forces within Europe and around the world. Austria and its empire head to war once more, and let's deploy these divisions now. Deploy them and greatly reduce the amount of divisions in the training pool, just so we don't have to worry about supplying as many troops. So that's that's 11 new divisions for Army 3. So let's redo this offensive line one more time, this front line in general, get that done, and let's have these units move in when possible and try to attack the Austrians very soon. Actually, no, that front line is going to work. Do it like this, please. Come on. This should be fine. We're going to move into Venice, and Venetia, Trentino, and Southern Tyrol. And let's wait for the Austrians to move in more into enemy territory, and then we'll join the war effort on behalf of the Third Internationale, which is our ally. Bolivia is going to now fight Paraguay. I mean, we're part of the Third Internationale faction. Unlock a land doctrine. Let's go with shock and awe. Get that done. And modify officer corps, military high command focus. Go with army logistics. That is done. So let's now start an offensive. Yes or no? Let's just wait a minute and see what the Austrians will do. Just let them keep moving into the Helfaschic commune, I guess that's what you call them. And then we'll join the war. They're going to move around divisions more. Bulgaria join the Reichspakt, okay. So I suppose we should probably join the war. So let's join now and get to work trying to advance here. And Belarus, I'm feeling for Belarus because they're pretty isolated. At least they don't have to worry about Ukraine, because Ukraine is part of the Russian faction, the Russian alliance. But let's move in now and try to push into Venetia and see what we can do. We have these planes already ready to go, and now we got to fight Germany. That's just part of the whole big deal. It's fine though, so just push forward. We got to get into Venice. That's the big plan. We have so many divisions here. Denmark joins the Reichspakt, okay. Norway and Belarus are probably going to be forced to surrender at some point during the Second Weltkrieg. Because they got Norway, for example, they had to fight Finland, Sweden, and Denmark. So they're up against a lot of the Nordic countries, and Poland joins the Russian alliance. Interesting. And I wonder if they're going to get into a war with Germany at all. Keep it advancing here. Come on. We took one province. We took Verona. Now let's take another province. Keep pushing forward. I need more divisions, please. I always need more troops. And maybe we can encircle these, I think, Bohemian and Austrian troops here. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, though. That's like 7 divisions. That could be a good thing. Attack Venice, please. Just focus on Venice. Then we can crush these surrounded divisions soon enough. And they really keep pushing forward. Come on. Keep taking this territory here. Get through. I'm a little worried if the Germans start helping out the Austrians more. So keep pushing forward here. There's some Allied troops more in Italy at this point. Well, in the Italian peninsula, I saw a French armored division. So keep pushing here into Venice. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get an encirclement. There's some troops that are being routed back into the city. So that is a bit of a problem, honestly. So keep advancing, though. Get more troops deployed. Put them with, say, Army 3, because that's the only empty army at this time. Do that. Keep advancing. Can I deploy more planes, please? Central logistics is done. good, and let's do this here. Mobilize the people. And with our military now well established, we must mobilize our people and begin a rapid buildup of our forces. And this will replace extensive conscription with service by requirement, which is just a conscription law change, but it will grant us a lot of manpower, and I mean tons of it. And let's get any more planes out we can get here. And we cannot manage that encirclement, unfortunately, it seems. But let's get more planes out in the sky. And 100 close air support. Another air wing is going to be established now. The 9th Stormo, send them out and try to dominate the Austrians and their allies, pushing while holding on to Venetia and Tyrol and Trentino. So keep advancing. At least we took Venice. And now the French national state's going to fight the Commune of France. I'm not planning to take on the Entente, honestly. And we're just going to focus on the Reichspakt and the Donau-Adria-Bond. Yeah, the Entente is moving to reclaim Europe. Not my problem. Sorry. And the Fiat BR-20 has been researched. And what can we do now? Let me see here. Planes. No, not planes. What can I find? Panama has capitulated. Oh, well for them. Let me do paratroopers 1. Red paratroopers. Okay, get that done. Keep pushing into Venice. Come on, we took some territory. We're now getting to Friuli. Nice. So I think with these victories we're having in the Italian Peninsula and against Austria in general, I'm going to end what is part 7 of my Socialist Republic of Italy Mussolini Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Kaiserredux here. If you enjoyed the mod, you can check it out in the video description. The link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like and subscribe.